really fits into our genre pretty good. The genre that we chose to make our movie around was drama, and based on some research that me and one of the members from our group did, his name is Max, we looked at other drama movies, and ours looked pretty similar to them because, like, for example, one of the ones that we were really looking at was Godfather, the first one. We looked like around the beginning since that's what we had to do, and like around the beginning they weren't really giving away their plot. Instead they were more paying attention of his emotional life to the story instead of just showing the whole plot. They were just showing his emotional life and like how his life really was and the things he had gone through, which is like what we did because we started off with the father and the son. First thing that I believe it challenges shows how important technology is to everybody in our lives right now. Because in our film, the father crashed in the car and he got into a coma, which is really showing you, and like that's the goal of that scene. It shows us how much technology has like the impact it has on us. Because if he was just looking up instead of paying attention on his phone like this screen the whole time, he would have gone to that crash because that crash happened because he lost attention and he hit a tree. So that wouldn't have happened if he was better yet focusing on the road. And this really shows that people nowadays, we just can't get off our phones. And that's like one of the worst cases that could happen. Getting an accident because of your phone is like one of the main reasons now. So we need to get better at focusing instead of always texting or texting back when somebody's talking to us or something's happening, and just save it for later, just when you stop driving. One other thing that I feel like it really challenged was the fact that in the beginning and like throughout the rest of the film, we showed a father and a son instead of having the mom with the son, because it's always portrayed as you should be with your mom, and then that's the one that's supposed to take care of you and go to school with you, and if anything happens, she's the only one that's with you. But instead of it always being the mom, this time for that role, we played a dad, which is something you don't really see often. So we thought that would really turn a twist into it because that's not the common thing usually see. And we wanted to see how it would play out throughout the film if we used a dad instead of a mom. And it's really like the same things. In our film, there wasn't really many social group issues or anything like that because there wasn't any ethnicity differences between the son and father. So it wasn't like there was a mixed family or anything like that. Because both of us were actually Hispanic. Like me, which I was playing the son, and the dad. Yeah, we were both Hispanic, so there was nothing to do with that. We were both from the same culture, so it had nothing to do with social groups. And we didn't have the intent of having both father and son being Hispanic. Like that wasn't what we like wrote down or anything like that. It just happened to be that.
Come on, Marlon, we're gonna be late.
On the poppy trees.
Our film really engages with audiences because it shows what can happen if you're driving and you're not paying attention to the road. But instead you're all focused on your phone, which can be it's a bad thing because it causes a lot of accidents throughout America and everywhere really. It's like one of the main reasons for accidents nowadays because we're just so focused on our phones. And most of us could know somebody that has been in an accident before know somebody that's been in an accident because they've been all stuck on their phone, just looking at it, texting back, calling somebody, because that's bad too. And so it really connects with other people because they understand what the point of it is. And like we want to, from the accident, we want to show people that we shouldn't be on our phones at all because things like that could really happen. A son who only lives with his father could lose his only parent. It's like things like that we can prevent, and we could do it our own. We have to prevent things. To distribute our film, I think we would probably have to put it on YouTube first, because that's like the biggest video industry that's out there. So if anything, that would be like our biggest boost that we could possibly get to get the name out of our film and everything. So YouTube would probably be the first thing we would use. But then after that, I would say we would probably send it to a bunch of people we know and ask them if they can like help us promote the video, so they can like we can gain a lot of people's attention by putting like links on your Instagram, your Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, everything like that. So we can try to get more recognition from people, which would preferably be people who have lots of followers, because that would help get the most people to see it, you know. So I would also tell some of my friends to put on their story, be like, oh, you should go check this video out, it was really good, like it was a good film, you should go look at it. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways we could trim it down to put it in the trailer, so we could get people's attention, like, oh, that looks really good, we should go see that, like, I like that film, let's go check it out, because, you know, like, that's what helps films a lot. They have a really good trailer, so then from there they get views. Question 3 asks, how did your production skills develop throughout the project? I feel like my production skills really developed because before this, I really had like no experience with cameras or anything like that, and like I didn't understand how to use it, or I didn't know how to edit either. That was another thing I had no idea how to do. Like, I never tried, because like I never really made videos or anything like that. I know one of our group members actually used to edit, because he used to make like, you know, small YouTube videos and post them on YouTube, but I really had no idea how to do things and things you have to go through when you're filming. Like, one of the main things that we had to get over was when it got time for us to film our music video, our commercial, and this film. We actually, when we would meet up, we would play around too much and we wouldn't really pay attention. And then that would take even more time from us, and then sooner or later, like 3 hours passed, and then we had lost a lot of time that we could have been filming, and we would fool around a lot. And then I feel like taking a lot of time from us, that we like that because of us playing around, I feel like it actually put a lot of pressure on us to finish the film, because we felt like we were running out of time. But like, you know, it was still really good. I feel like it was still pretty good. And even though it did put a little pressure on us, I feel like we handled the manner of task really well. I also feel like I got a little better at acting, because before this, when I was in drama, when I was like in elementary, you know, when you take like little classes like that in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th, it was really hard to keep a straight face throughout the film, because, you know, you would look at something and then you start laughing. But now I feel like I could like handle it. I got better like at acting and, you know, playing my role, whatever role it is. I feel like I got really better at it. Question 4 asks, how did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? For our hardware, we use a couple different laptops. We use some lighting. We used a Sony camera by one of the group members, the one that had previously made YouTube videos. We also used headphones to edit when we were editing on the laptop, so we could really focus and be able to hear what was going on through the film. We really tried to not make our film that complicated, because, you know, we wanted to make it smooth, make sure we had time to make it as best as we can, as long as we didn't make it complicated. So we took advantage of the natural light, like the sun, and we didn't film any scenes at night, because we would then have to purchase extra lighting and worry about how good it looks like at nighttime with the lighting that we got, because we had previously had bad experience with this, because when we made our film at the beginning of the school year, it actually looked kind of bad, like the night scenes, because of the extra lighting. And, you know, at night it just didn't look nice, because we don't have those professional lights. You know, we had to find something on Amazon, and we didn't want to buy something that was too expensive, so we realized that it would be better just use lighting during the day. and it would turn out nicer too. And the software that we used were YouTube, Adobe Premiere Pro CC. We used the YouTube MP3 converter to download the music to our film, and we also used it as some sound effects because we thought it would be better with some sound effects, you know. And I personally did not know how to use Adobe Premiere CC, but one of our group members did because he had past experience with them because he used to make YouTube videos, and that's the software that he used. So we were like, okay, yeah, we should use that one. And you know, he knew how to use it because he put a lot of different things on it that we probably would have figured out. He put different filters, color corrections, and you know, things like that to make the film just look better. And we also for the YouTube converter, that's what we used to make the background song, which was a song that we agreed on because we all kind of liked the song. I really liked it, and so did Max and Nick. You know, they heard it and they were like, okay, that's pretty good. It's called Blood on the Leaves by Kanye West, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and we put the instrumental for it because we felt like it fit with the whole film because it was, you know, kind of slow paced. It just fit the vibe of the film. And for the last scene of the film, when the dad crashes in the car because you know he was texting and everything, we used a filter for that, and it was red. It was the red and blue lights from the emergency for the ambulance. So it looked like there was like ambulance there, and that also came from YouTube. The other software that we used was WordPress, and that's where we posted our blogs. We were posting like 2 every week, like some things like that. We posted our music video. We posted our commercial on that. We're posting this film on that. The reflection questions are going on that. And there's there's not more 40 blogs on that we posted throughout the year. So yeah, it's a good site. I really like the editing that we made for the ambulance because it looks really good at the end. It made it look really realistic. So we thought that's what fit that best.